Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to episode 4 of Play With Your Dick, Not Me. It's your host, Sadie, aka Capricorn Clark. I'm doing something a little different. This wasn't like pre-planned or anything. I'm actually getting ready right now to go out to dinner with a friend of mine. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup while I record this episode. I don't have a video to go with this. It got to be too much work to make a video along with the podcast episode every week, and it was my phone just does not have enough space, and I damn near had to delete everything off my phone just to fit the episode I did with Chelsea, and then there was like another longer episode I did after that, and how there was still anything left on my phone, I don't know. And so I don't know, I need to like change my plan or something, but it's fine, whatever. But in the future, I would like to go back to doing some video episodes again, especially if I have a guest. So this will probably be my last episode in like in regards to the new year. This was just kind of something that I kind of thought about. I've been thinking about the past couple days on and off as things have been like unfolding and stuff. And it kind of made me think about like the high expectations we tend to have when it comes to the new year. And I'm kind of going through that myself. Sorry, this is gonna be loud for a second as I try to grab a beauty blender. Maybe this wasn't the best idea, but I just the expectations that we tend to put on the new year, like, the new year comes and we all have a tendency to look at it as like a clean slate. Like, oh, it's now the new year, and all the shit that we put up with last year, everything that we went through, everything that hurt us, or everything that almost broke us, or whatever, like that's all in the past now. New year, new me. And we just automatically have these high expectations and assume that just because it's a new year, everything's going to automatically be better, and whatever was like plaguing or causing us issues or whatever in the year before, it's just going to just miraculously disappear. And that is, maybe I'm like the only one that's just realizing this, I don't know, but I mean that's absolutely not the case. Like for example, with matters of the heart does not care that, you know, you were upset about something in 2025 and now it's 2026. Like, your heart isn't going to be like, oh, it's a new year, I'm not sad about that anymore. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you may still bring residual stuff that you were dealing with or weighed heavy on your heart or your mind or your soul the year before. You may bring it into the new year. Like, just because it's a new year doesn't mean that you no longer feel however you felt before. Like, your heart and your mind, I don't think they work that way. And I'm starting to learn that for myself. Like, I did past episodes, talking a little bit about the friendship breakup that I had, experienced about almost 2 years ago, and 2025 and 2026. I was like, I'm not taking this with me into the new year. Like, this is staying back in 2024. This is staying back in 2025. And something I'm learning is like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, if my heart still needs time to process something, still needs time to be hurt about something, then it's going to continue to be hurt about it. Have I shifted and reached like a new level of understanding, and have made some progress, and made some strides in the right direction, and things that used to trigger or hurt me a lot or whatever, or be a huge reminder, am I still looping and like crying every couple days? No. Like, I've moved past that. So I'm understanding about myself, like, it doesn't matter that it is now January 2026. I probably just need a few more months to process the loss, you know? And so my advice to everybody is just give yourself grace. Like, be gentle with yourself. Like, don't put yourself on some unrealistic timeline. Like, I'm going to be over this by this day. I'm going to be over this by this month or this year. Because if it's something that really affected you, if it's something that really hurt you, you can't really put a timeline on it just because the year has changed, you know? Like, you have to allow yourself grace and as much time as you need. Like, I feel like as humans, we have a tendency to show up for our friends and people that we care about much better than we show up for ourselves. Like, I was thinking about this morning. If a friend of mine approached me and was like, there was this person that was in my life for 7 months. I felt like I'd known them forever. I considered them one of my best friends. And, you know, they just decided they didn't want to be my friend anymore one day, and they blocked me and they haven't spoke to me. And I've been struggling to get over it for the past 2 years. Like, when you're talking to a friend, you're not going to tell your friend, oh my God, this person was only in your life 7 months and you're still sad about this. Get over it. Like, you're not going to tell your friend that. You're going to tell yourself that. You're going to tell yourself, you know, because I have told myself that. Like, really, Mercedes, knock it off. Like, snap out of it. Like, this person was your quote unquote friend for 7 months. You, they obviously meant more to you than you did to them. Like, move on. But like, it's really not fair, and you do yourself a huge disservice when you don't give yourself as much grace as you would give a friend or a loved one. And so I'm also trying to, you know, reprogram the way I, you know, self, you know, show up for myself and have, you know, self-talk, you know, moments with myself. Like, it's okay if this still hurts your feelings. It's okay if you're still not over this. It's okay if this still hurts your feelings. It's okay if you're still upset that this person no longer wants to be your friend anymore. And it feels like they just seemingly threw you away, even though you guys weren't in each other's life for that long. Like, it's okay that this upsets you. It's okay that this still doesn't make any sense to you. Because for me, speaking from my own personal experience, it doesn't make sense, because I've walked away easily from friendships with people that I've had since high school or since we were in diapers, and didn't bat an eye. It was like, you know, and so there's been times where I've tried to wrap my brain around, okay, I didn't really care one bit that me and this person that I've known since ninth grade don't talk anymore, and we're now in our 30s, and we had this long friendship, and then we went our separate ways 2 years ago, and I hardly batted an eye over it. But then this person who came into my life for less than a year, I'm still sad that they just decided one day they weren't my friend anymore. It makes no sense, no rhyme or reason. It just doesn't make sense. But I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to be nicer to myself and give myself more grace, because when it comes to the matters of the heart, a lot of things don't make sense. And if your heart is not ready to be over something or be past something, then you have to just keep feeling it. You have to just keep going through it until your heart decides, all right, that's enough. I'm done, you know? And so, pivoting back to expectations for the new year, if after January 1st, something unexpected happened, like your car broke down, or you got in a car accident, or you unexpectedly went through a breakup, whether it was relationship, like romantic or friendship, you lost your job, something unexpected and stressful happened to you, and your first thought is like, oh wow, like, great start to the new year. Again, it's just life. It's life lifing. It's life doing what it does. It has nothing to do with the new year. Like, yes, the timing of it sucks because we all like to have this reset mindset at midnight on New Year's Eve. We all, New Year's Day, New Year's morning at midnight, we all like to have like this fresh slate mindset. But in reality, like that's not how life works. Like, I mean, in theory, it's healthy to want to have that kind of mindset and just want to, fresh start, renew, all that stuff, like whatever was bothering you from the year before, the idea of wanting to leave it behind and not let it stress you anymore. I mean, it's in theory, it's a good idea to have that mindset, but it's not the reality. Like, it's not. Like, life at the end of the day is still going to do what it does, and it doesn't matter what day of the year it is, you know? And so, again, like, what I'm trying to say is that be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. Like, if January has already been a shit show for you, it's not setting the precedent for the rest of the year. It doesn't mean that the rest of the year is going to be shit. It just means life is lifing and the timing of it is not ideal because the new year did just happen and you were hoping for a fresh start, for a positive, great start to the new year, and it didn't happen. But like I said, like that doesn't mean that the whole entire year is gonna be awful. Like, it's just it's life and life doing its thing. And from what I was reading, I don't remember which retrograde it was. I don't pay a ton of attention to this stuff, but for a lot of zodiac signs like Pisces, I think Cancer. I don't remember who else. You'll have to just Google it. I read it in passing yesterday, but there was a planet that went out of retrograde after being in retrograde for the past couple years. I think it was like 2023 to 2025. And so a lot of zodiac signs that were just feeling like they were having a really rough year, a couple years, and things were just, really a lot of negative stuff was happening and they were just really going through it. Oops. I just squirted out a bunch of concealer. That I guess 3-year rough patch is over, is what I was reading for a few zodiac signs. But again, I don't have the accurate information in front of me for who it pertained to. I do remember it saying Pisces as one of them, but I don't remember the other signs. It doesn't matter. But I was just trying to spread, I guess, a little ray of hope on people if they are that sign and they've just been feeling like life has been really beating them up the past couple years. But anyways, just be kinder to yourself and understand that just because it's a new year, and if something happened to you already that, wasn't good, it can still turn around. I don't think there's anybody on the planet who has an amazing 365 years, 65 days. Like, I don't think that's possible. Like, everybody has weeks or months out of the year that are just rougher than others. Like, for me and Tiger, it seems to be around July, something breaks, whether or something malfunctions. Like, it's always one of our vehicles. And so we're we're super fucking stressed around that time. Like, for me, my Infinity started losing power around January or July. And so we were super stressed out. It was hard for both of us to be present at our daughter's birthday party because we were so stressed, because I'm just like, how am I going to get to work? Like, like we had taken it to a couple of mechanics, and they really couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then they all started saying it was a transmission. And it really does seem like every year around July something happens. Like a couple years ago in July, it was my daughter's birthday party again, and everybody had gone home by this point, and I was walking in the garage and I slipped on some water, and I sprained my ankle. Like, I've never sprained or broken anything in my life, and that was the first time, and it sucked. Because we always get like a water slide for her birthday, and so there was water in the garage. And Tiger argued with me forever that cement was not slippery, and water and cement don't make you slip and fall. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Like, he was convinced that I slipped on a rug, and I'm like, no, the fuck I didn't. And sure enough, other people, like my kids and stuff, running back and forth from the house to the pool in other other backyard events that we did or whatever, they too also slipped on water in the garage. So I was like, see? But yeah, like July seems to be one of those months where something seems to happen or something seems to break. Another time of year that tends to, it just seems like it's the theme, where we're just super stressed. See, I don't even remember, I don't even remember, because when you're going through something bad, it sounds horrible when you're going through it. And then when you try to look back and remember, you're like, I don't remember what I was so upset about. I don't remember when that was, because there is another month in the year where things are just like, everything seems to be going wrong, or we're having car issues again. I want to say the other month for us is shit. Yeah, see, I can't remember. I just know that it's at least 2 times a year where something major happens and we're super fucking stressed, and we're kind of like arguing a lot because we're both so stressed. But currently I can't even remember. See? That's how bad days work. Like, they feel horrible when you're going through them, but then when you try to recall them later, you can't remember. Like, you can't remember. That's just life doing its thing. And so again, keep that in mind. If January so far has been less desirable than you thought it was going to be, but I think the key is to not have high expectations. Don't have high expectations that just because it's a new year, don't walk into it that like, oh my gosh, this year is going to be so much better than next year, and whatever, or so much better than last year, and whatever was bothering me last year is in last year. Like, don't assume that's the way it's supposed to be, because you might come to find out like, no, that thing that happened last year actually is still affecting me this year. And that's okay. It just means that you're not quite over it. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be mean to yourself because you're still not over something. Give yourself the time that you need to feel it, heal it, and let it go. And I'm learning this for myself too. And so I tend to, when I figure something out for myself, because we're all learning every day, I like to spread that, knowledge that I'm also learning, in hopes that it'll help somebody else. Like, we're growing and learning together. You know, none of us have it all figured out. We're all just stumbling through our life trying to figure it all out, so, because look at me. I told myself that I wasn't entertaining one-sided connections in 2026. And here I am, realizing that I'm still a little sad that this person doesn't want to be my friend anymore. And I did try to reach out again. After saying 2026, we're not doing one-sided connections, But such is life, like, you live and you learn. But I started to learn that I started to realize that, I'm not 100% past this. I will get past it, but I'm not 100% there. And just because a new year came about doesn't mean that I'm automatically 100% okay, you know? So, yeah. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay for me. It'll be okay for everybody. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever is weighing on you right now, whatever, is hurting you right now, stressing you out, you will get through it. Like, it'll be okay, you know? But don't, like I said, don't be so hard on yourself, or don't beat yourself up because you're not over something when you told yourself that you were going to be over it, you know? Like, that's okay if you set a timeline for yourself to be over something in a year and the year rolls around and you're still sad about it. Like, that's okay. That's okay. It just means that you need some more time to process and need some more time to get through it and get past it. So that's what I'm doing for me right now, is just, apparently I need some more time to process. I've also never tried this hard to get somebody to be my friend again either, I will admit. Not trying to like sound like a bitch or conceited or anything, but when it comes to friendships, I've always been that person that once it was over, I didn't give a shit. Like, once I was done, I was done. And it was usually the other person that was, begging me to talk to them again, or chasing me, or trying to reach out to me. Or if I blocked them or whatever, they would find some elaborate way to get past how I blocked them to speak to me. So maybe this is just my karma. maybe I needed to be knocked down a few pegs, because and finally, I guess, meet my match and have somebody, do to me what I did to people when I was younger, because when I was hurt, I was really hurt, and I would go to extreme measures when I decided I was done, you know. And it was usually the other person that was really upset and was trying to be my friend again. And I was like, no, like I know I've discussed this in past episodes where I said that I needed like a 2-year cooling off period. And so if they tried to contact me within that 2-year period, they were just going to get blocked again, or I was going to yell at them or hang up on them or something. But after about 4 years, I was probably over whatever they did that hurt my feelings or pissed me off. And so I needed more like 4 years instead of 2 years. And I do have friendships like that. Maybe like one. I have one friendship where we talk maybe every 4 years, because we will be fine, and then either I say something or do something that pisses her off, and then we don't talk for 4 years, or she says something or does something that pisses me off, and the result is the same. We don't talk to each other for 4 years, and then she resurfaces 4 years later, and we kind of pick back up where we left off. We may have a brief conversation about why we stopped talking to begin with, and then we try again. And eventually one of us does something to piss off the other one, and then we don't talk again for 4 years. Do I want another friendship like that? No. Is it sustainable? Not really. Is it healthy? I don't think so. But
Mom, I got something for you.
what?
Heart-shaped rock.
Oh, cool. That is very nice. Thank you. Will you put it up there on Dad's dresser? Okay. Thank
Tell
you.
Dad to not put it outside, okay?
Okay, I will tell him to not put it outside.
And she said, he had so much fun in the gym.
What?
He had so much fun in the gym. And Dad's helping with
So now you need a bath?
And Dad's helping with There's reindeer dookie back there.
Ew. Don't go near it.
We didn't.
Okay, do you need a bath now?
Yeah.
Okay, go get in the bath. Go.
Can I eat something?
No, go take a bath first. Go. Shut my door, please.
That was yucky.
No, after you're done taking a bath, you can eat something. Love you.
Wait, are you going somewhere?
Yes, I'm going to dinner. Shut my door, please.
Love you.
Love you. Yeah. Is it healthy? No. Are those kinds of relationships that I want to sustain, or do I want to have Another person where I have that type of friendship, not really. But right now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it is what it is. But sorry, my girls kind of had me lose my train of thought there for a minute. Um, but yeah, I was always normally that person that I would be that hurt, I'd be that pissed off that I'm like, no, you know. But I feel like I have healed quite a bit and evolved and come a long way, that I've gotten to a place where if I have a disagreement with a friend or something, then I want us to just talk it out. You know, I want us to come, if this person is important to me and I want to keep them in my life, then I'm not above, talking it out and finding a resolution. I am somebody that doesn't like conflict. I will conflict back and forth all day long with somebody I don't care for. Or, if I'm angry, I will go back and forth all day long with somebody, even if it's somebody I care about. If it's arguing with someone I don't really know or don't like, then I'm not really afraid of confrontation, because if you've pissed me off, then I'm going to go back and forth with you. But when it comes to somebody I care about or matters of the heart, I get extreme anxiety and overwhelmed over the idea of possibly having to go back and forth with them. So if at that time I feel like the relationship or friendship, I should say, isn't sustainable and I'm just ready to be done, ready to walk away, I get so overwhelmed and so overcome with anxiety that I'm the type of person where I will kind of just say what I need to say and then block or delete their number, or possibly even go as far as to change my number, because I don't want to go back and forth with them. I just want it to be over. But if it's somebody that I want to keep in my life and they hurt my feelings or something, then I feel like I've grown and matured as a person, that I will just bring it to their attention. Like, hey, it hurt my feelings that you said that, or hurt my feelings that you did that. And we can go back and forth and discuss and come to a resolution. So I know I've evolved as a person. I'm not somebody that is so quick to just be like, all right, well, I'm done with that, you know, like I used to be. But yeah, I don't know. But right now, I'm not 100%, I don't think I'm 100% ready to give up on this person. Like, I will continue to give them space, hope that eventually they'll come back around and want to be my friend again. And if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do, you know? But I'm not going to put some ridiculous expectation on myself to be over something when I'm not over it yet, you know? I'm not going to automatically reduce myself to, well, it's the new year, this still shouldn't bother me, you know? So yeah, we'll see. The fact that I can't seem to forget about this person and it almost feels like they're haunting me, which has never happened to me before ever with anybody that I've ever stopped being friends with, it leads me to believe that the book is not closed, that it's just paused right now, because I've never ever been haunted by a friend anymore, that either we mutually decided we weren't friends anymore, or they stopped being my friend, or something, like, for me, it's always been, when it's done, it's done. And this is the first time where I've been like, you know what? I really wish that person was still my friend. So, yeah. But I've made progress. I don't cry about it anymore. I don't subscribe to this must be some spiritual connection between me and this person or anything like that. I don't believe any of that anymore. I just think that I got along really well with somebody. I really enjoyed our talks. They were fun to be with. We were a lot alike. They meant a lot to me, and it hurt me a lot when they abruptly exited my life. And their exit was a catalyst for me to go inward and process other loss that I have dealt with or gone through, but didn't really confront, like the loss of my mom and going no contact with my family. And it was also the catalyst for like healing and grieving and mourning and facing, you know, abandonment issues that I probably had buried, you know. But anyways, like, I've already talked about this longer than I wanted to. Again, if this person ever decides to circle the block and decide to be my friend again, cool. If they don't, that's also cool. I'll eventually be over this. But anyways, I wanted to give an update, I guess, regarding loss, and just struggling over the holidays with, you know, missing my mom and all of that, and feeling like I needed something tangible to have as my own when I'm really missing her. And I didn't know, sorry, trying to open this beauty blender. I didn't know what that tangible thing was going to be, because my daughters have a backup elf, so they don't miss our elf sparkles so much during the year. So they have Charlotte that stays with them all year long, so it doesn't hurt so much. They don't miss sparkles so much because they have Charlotte. And I didn't have anything like that when I'm really missing my mom. And so Tiger and I went on a date the other night. I kind of was like, hey, we haven't been staying true to our agreement. And he's like, what agreement? And I'm like, we're supposed to be going on dates at least twice a month. And the last time you and I went on a date was probably our wedding anniversary, which was the beginning of December. So I was like, we need to go on a date tonight. Because I knew that he was going to be going back to work the next day. And I thought he was going to fight me on it, because Tiger doesn't really like plans to be sprung on him at the last minute. He likes to kind of have a little heads up if he's going to have to leave the house. But he actually surprised me and was like, oh, I'm sorry, babe, you're right. Okay, let's do that. He's like, I'm going to go home and get ready. And when you get home, we'll go. And I'm like, whoa, okay. You know, because he has really tried to work on that, to not be so quick to shoot down ideas I have or plans that I have, and, you know, get better about not having no be his default word. Like, no, we can't leave the house, you know, because he's very much a homebody and doesn't really like to be around people and stuff. And so I really appreciated that, because when I called him, I was like, oh, well, I'm about to get my feelings hurt, because I know that he's going to come up with some excuse to not leave the house. And so he pleasantly surprised me when he was like, yeah, we can go. And I'm like, aw, thanks. And so we went to Chili's, a little disappointed with, I wish that their menu was, I wish they had a little more. I love their fajita trio. Their drinks are good, but I wish they had more to their menu, I feel like. But anyways, we went to Chili's, and then we went to Hobby Lobby. I fucking love Hobby Lobby, because I wanted to see what Valentine's Day stuff they had out, and I was obsessed with what they had. I have to go back and go shopping, I feel like. And we were walking the aisles. They were just about to close, and we were walking the aisles, and I came across a giant Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal, and something just clicked. Like, this is it. This is your tangible item that you are going to have to, you know, cuddle and hold when you're having those hard days where you really miss your mom. And it has been doing wonders, let me tell you, for your inner child. If you don't have a stuffed animal that means a lot to you, that you cuddle sometimes as an adult, I recommend you get one, because it has been so healthy and beneficial for my mental health and for my inner child. Like, we should never stop giving us like a stuffed animal a big hug. Like, let me tell you. And I chose Winnie the Pooh because as a kid, I loved Winnie the Pooh. I loved Winnie the Pooh. And my mom knew that. Like, Pooh and Eeyore were always my favorite. I'm actually on the hunt for an Eeyore right now. So I'll have both. But my mom knew that I loved Winnie the Pooh, and she was very big on recording shows when we were kids. Like, we had tons of tapes, from, when parents used to record stuff with the VCR. And so, she would record, Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that for me. And my mom liked Winnie the Pooh. So that was kind of something that we shared together. But like anytime my mom would see something Winnie the Pooh, she would always think of me and like get it for me. And so I was like, this is it. This is the thing that's gonna help me cope on those hard days, because for whatever reason, I don't know if I just didn't give myself enough time to grieve after my mom's death, but it's really been coming out a lot for me the past little while, especially in December. And now that we're in January, like, I've still been struggling a little bit. Like, I did end up, even though I was happy about the Winnie the Pooh, I did still get triggered and did end up, like, I don't think it was that evening. Maybe. Yeah, it was. It was that evening, like after we got back from our date and everything. I needed to be alone and cry for a little bit. And my youngest had brought my Winnie the Pooh up to my room and put it on my bed for me. And so when I was ready to come back in the room, Tiger was waiting for me so he could just hold me and cuddle me. And I just grabbed my Winnie the Pooh and cuddled up with it and Tiger and just kind of cried some more. And I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why this is hitting me so hard. My mom's been gone such a long time, but, again, something else that just doesn't quite make sense, and that's okay, and that's kind of what Tiger was telling me. Like, he was like, babe, it doesn't matter how much time has gone by, you're not expected to be over this just because your mom's been gone, X a number of years. Like, this is still something that's gonna come up for you and still hurt sometimes. But yeah, so I kind of just wanted to update. If you're on my social media, you saw the Winnie the Pooh that I got. So, but I just wanted to say, like, it's been helping. Everybody has their own way of grieving, but I'm serious. Like, if you haven't looked into like getting your own stuffed animal, because I have a weighted blanket. My friend Maria gave it to me. And I like it. I guess it helps. But not like, cuddling up with a stuffed animal, I'm finding. So, I mean, as far as grief goes and as far as, connecting with your inner child, hugging a stuffed animal has just definitely been doing it for me. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to give a little update about that. I'm going to cut it here. I feel bad that this episode you've probably heard lots of noises with me trying to put my makeup on and everything. Yeah, but again, I just wanted to reiterate, be gentle with yourself, give yourself grace, be kind with yourself. It doesn't matter what has happened so far in January 2026. It doesn't mean that you are doomed for the rest of the year. It doesn't mean that if something bad has happened or you're going through something heavy, it doesn't mean that the rest of the year, it's not setting a precedent for what you can expect to be dealing with for the rest of the year. It's life doing its thing. And the fact that it's a new year really has nothing to do with it. It really doesn't. I mean, we're almost doing ourselves a disservice by putting so much expectation on the new year and assuming like everything is going to be great for us just because it's the new year, when really life is just going to do what it normally does. Like, do you think life cares that it's now January 1st. No, things are still going to happen. You know, things still may not go to plans. Things still may fall apart. But the one beautiful thing about things falling apart is better things come together, you know? So people leave, people that you never expected to leave may leave, and it's more than likely because the time in your life has come to expiration. Like whatever purpose they were supposed to serve in your life, they served it, and then it was time for them to go. People leave, so, better people, it makes room for better people to come into your life. And you'll look back someday and be like, oh, well, that's why it didn't work out with that person, because, they had to leave to make space for this better person to come along, or these better friends to come along. So things have to fall apart so better things can come together. And it being the new year or whatever has nothing to do with it. They don't coincide with each other, you know? So again, just remember that and give yourself a big hug. Give yourself some grace. If you're still dealing with something heavy that you swore you would be over, come January 1st and it's still affecting you, you're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. You still just need some more time to get through it. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And again, sorry, I'm trying to put eyeshadow on. And again, if you're, I just lost my train of thought. Just be kind to yourself. The way that you talk and are supportive to your friends and your loved ones when they're going through something, use that same calm, sweet, caring, supportive language with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are stuck with you forever. So why would you be kind and loving to everybody else but yourself? We've talked about this a zillion times, the importance of self-love. So the way that you support and show up for your friends and loved ones when they're going through a hard time, show up the same way for yourself, But thanks for listening to another episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, be fucking kind. Love you. Bye.